is up, everyone? It's your girl NotSoAv, aka T, coming to you live from Salt Lake City. And welcome back to my podcast. Happy Wednesday. Happy April 2nd. It's crazy that we're already in April. My mind is blown. I cannot believe we're already 4 months into the new year, but here we are. Today's podcast is obviously a change of scenery. I am dog sitting today, so it's a bit chaotic at my house. I have I'm watching two extra dogs. So one of them is smaller and the other one is my dog's brother actually. So it's my sister's two dogs. And anyway, um I wanted to start the podcast off with a little bit of puppy love. So Mellows to my uh right left here, and then Chala's actually just on the other couch. That's his brother, and then there's little Nakia. She's kind of just running around. And anyway, so yeah, today I wanted to talk about a couple different things. It was Trans Visibility Day on I believe March 31st for Utah. That's going to be an a day that's going to be recognized in Utah, which is awesome. And I just want to talk about some events that are going to be going on, some sapphic events, some there's actually going to be a new bar opening up, a new lesbian bar, so that's really cool. And also I wanted to talk about a situation, sorry, Mello is in the shot. A situation that where I got scammed. So I like to think of myself as a pretty um intellectual person. I feel like I'm, smart at times, but I can definitely be naive. And there was a situation recently where I got scammed for a job. So I want to talk about that a little bit and just kind of give like a PSA to everybody to just be aware of these things that are going on because apparently it's a common scheme, but this is like it was a very like intricate scam, like really like thought out, like crazy intricate, like I'll just kind of start off and let you know how it happened. So I had been applying to remote jobs, like data entry work, because I have my dog. He can be loud sometimes, and so I can't be in an environment where I have to take calls. So I'm just looking for data entry work. And anyway, I was applying at different positions and I got a text. And so that was kind of a red flag. So I was like, wait, did I apply to this place or did I not? I don't know. I put my applications at a bunch of different places so it was possible. And so I looked up the company, it looked legit. And then I was prompted to submit my resume to HR. So I did that. They were like, oh, great, we have your resume. Um, Now check your email for this assessment. So I did an assessment, then it was like, okay, cool, download Telegram, because that's how we're gonna kind of like correspond before training. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I had almost got scammed like a year ago with like something similar. It was like a remote job, said they were gonna send everything, and then when it came time to like they send me a check and they were like, oh yeah, buy like this software. And I was like, or like buy the equipment. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't end up going through with it. And this time it was different because they're like, download Telegram. I did that. And then I was corresponding with somebody and they sent me a video, like an onboarding, like welcome video. And I was like, okay. So I was like, this seems really legit because like I've never received a video. But I mean, duh, I guess like people can record videos and like, anyway, so I did this assessment. The assessment was like, "Oh yeah, great. Like you did a wonderful job. Like you exceeded our expectations." And I was like, "Cool." So then I they email me a check. And they're like, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to print this check off, you're going to deposit it, you're going to use your app, your banking app, and deposit it into your account. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I was like, it doesn't show up like on my end, like it looks like nothing. And so she sent me a screenshot back where it had the information. It was for like $1,810. And they were like, oh yeah, with this check, you're gonna buy the software. We're gonna send you a portable desk. We're gonna send you all the equipment that you're gonna need. So just use this money to buy the software. And I was like, $1,800 is like a lot for software. Like that's kind of crazy. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I have to buy like a computer or something. And so, anyway, so then I end up going to the bank. I have them print out the check. They print it out. And I even asked the bank, like, is this legit or do you think this is a scam? And they were like, oh, no, this looks legit. And I was like, okay, cool. The bank is telling me that this is legit. So they deposited into my account. They said it's going to be on hold for like a couple days. So I let them know through Telegram. They're like, cool, we'll give you a couple days. A couple days was on Monday. So Monday, I see the money hit my account. So I reach out to them and they're like, cool. Um, sorry, store neighbors. So they're like, so sorry about that. All three of the dogs started barking because of the neighbors. Anyway, so I was on Telegram, let them know that it hit my account. So they said, okay, go to Cash App, transfer the money to Cash App. And on Cash App, I have my debit card and it wasn't working. And they're like, if it's just your debit card, it's not going to work. So link your bank account. So I was like, that's kind of weird, but let me just do that. So I did that. And then they're like, okay, now, now that it's in Cash App, transfer it to Bitcoin or like convert it to Bitcoin or something or buy Bitcoin with it. So I purchased Bitcoin with it in the amount of $1,810. And then they're like, scan this QR code to send it to the software company. So I'm like everything looks legit. Like they send me a link and I click on the link. It takes me to this QR code. I scan the QR code. It does the transfer. And then I check my account today and it says that was it said chargeback or something and closed account. So I got in contact with Cash App, in contact with my bank, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like sorry, you've been scammed. Like it's a fraud that's been going around. You're gonna have to file this thing with the FBI and all this stuff." And so learn from my mistakes and like don't take any job that like texts you randomly and like says to send your resume to HR because it's a scam. And yeah, I got. And so that sucks. But I wanted to be vulnerable and let you know, so that you don't make the same mistake and to just like yeah, just like learn from my experience because this is just like something that I'm going to have to go through now and like deal with and it's really annoying. But anyway, it's really cool that Monday was it's international. I looked it up. International Trans Visibility Day. And so that's awesome. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Roz Hernandez. They previously went under the name Roz Velez because they were a drag queen and now they are a trans woman. Her name is Roz Hernandez. She has her own podcast, Ghosted by Roz Hernandez. It's about scary stories and she talks to comedians and like friends and stuff like that about ghosts. And she was on this show that was on Hulu called Living for the Dead. And it has been since taken off of Hulu and is no longer on Hulu or Disney Plus or Max. And you can't find it anywhere, but you can find it on Roz Hernandez YouTube channel. And Roz has a YouTube channel, and then she is also going to be coming to Salt Lake on her comedy tour. So she's gonna be here in March. I believe it's March 9th. I'm gonna link the her where you can get her tickets if you would like to go to that, because I love Roz. I think she's hilarious. It's not going to have anything to do with ghosts. It's not going to be spooky content. It's just going to be her telling jokes. And yeah, so I thought that was really cool. And I'm going to be going because I love her, like I said. And so I just want to, just in um, unison with Trans Visibility Day, because she is a trans comedian. I wanted to just kind of plug that here for her, and because I actually was one of the people who was like, please, like, come to Utah and like come to Salt Lake and do your comedy here. And so I'm so glad that she's was able to add Salt Lake to her tour days. And so yeah, if you want to do that and go to that, then that's something to look forward to in March or May, sorry, May. May 9th, I believe. So, I actually attended a Sapphic night. It was called Pleasure Portal on Saturday, which was amazing. I've been to a Sapphic night before, and um it was cool, but yeah, I just didn't really like I can be kind of shy in like social settings, and so um on Saturday I was even like, should I go? Because I like, not to be TMI or anything, but I started lady time and I have endometriosis, so I was in a lot of pain, and I had vomited earlier in the day from my nausea and my cramps being so bad that I was like, maybe I should just rest. Because usually, like the first 2, 3 days, I just kind of take it easy. I like rest because I feel really nauseous and really sick, and I have to be medicated with medical cannabis, usually like with edibles or something. And anyway, because I had to drive, I didn't take an edible, and so I was in a lot of pain, but I was like, I have to go. Like, I bought the ticket, just go. And I did not regret it. I met some really cool people. Shouts out Cass. She's the one who put it together. I believe one of the women's name was Diane. I think she did the Shibari. There was really cool like floggers, oils. There was clay, there was people giving massages, there was I think Diane was her name. She was doing the shibari rope tying on some people. They had floggers, feathers, fans. Um it was really cool, and they had little treats. I didn't partake in any of the treats because I wasn't feeling very good, and um I just had a little bit of water, and but they had like tea, they had water, they had like some little chocolates, some little candies, and they looked really good. I just wasn't able to partake, but I'm really sad I didn't get to, but they looked awesome. And so shouts out, that was called Pleasure Portal. It was for the Aries eclipse, the fiery eclipse, and so that was just like really cool. It was a bunch of queer people, I believe 50 people were in attendance, and so that was really awesome to just kind of connect with like local queer people. I met a few lesbians, which was awesome because I'm a lesbian. Obviously, my first podcast episode was called A Lonely Lesbian because I've been lonely. Sorry, the dogs are going wild. I hope you guys can't hear it. And so anyway, um at that event, I was informed that there is going to be a lesbian bar going to be opening. You guys, shh. There's going to be a lesbian bar. This is T'Challa. This is Mello, and this is Nakia. Um, a little bit of puppy love. Anyway, so it's the lesbian bar is a female-owned bar, and it is owned by a black woman, which is awesome. So it's really important to be aware of new places, new queer spaces that are going to be opening, especially if they're ran by a woman of color, person of color. And so that's really exciting. It's going to be called the Violet Hour, I believe. Violet Hour or the Violet Hour. This is Nakia. She's, don't mind her. Um, So I'm really excited. There's not an opening date yet, but I am definitely looking forward to um going to the grand opening once it is open. And just seeing what it's about because that is so exciting that there's going to be a new lesbian space here and available for lesbians, and it's ran by a Black woman. So that's awesome. Um, yeah, so that is basically all I wanted to talk about today and just kind of just express my gratitude for everybody who put together the pleasure portal on Saturday. That was so much fun. Queer spaces like that are so needed right now in this climate, and just like in general, like for queer people, we need safe places where we feel safe, where we feel seen, where we can just go and have community and have friendships and meet new people and put ourselves out there. And so yeah, I'm just so thankful for all of those people. Like I said, for Cass, for putting that together. And I believe she said there's gonna be another one she wants to do. It's not set in stone yet, but I think she said she wanted to do it in May for tourist season. So in a couple months. So um or next month. Yeah. I'm like, wait, where are we? We're in April now. It's crazy. So, yeah, anyway, I like to keep my podcast short. So, if there's anything that you guys want to say or anything that you want me to talk about, let me know. I'm also going to be, I want to stay up to date with the Fleet Block, um, murals and stuff, and how they're torn down. But any updates with that you have that you can give me on if there's going to be more artists or anything. I do have an article about I guess what's going to be in place of that or whatever. And then I have an article for it's a Reddit for the scam that I went through and what it's called and information about that. And so yeah, just take a look at the description of this video when you have a moment. And yeah, but thank you so much for your support of this podcast, for listening to it, for commenting, for liking it, for subscribing to the channel. It just like means the world to me that anybody even watches this or is interested in anything that I'm talking about. So thank you, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. Bye. See you next Friday.